Is that a good answer? I think, maybe? So Marley at Marley Reads a Lot tagged me in the Anything But Books tag, and I just knew I had to do it because if you haven't been following me very long, I used to do tags like every single week, no joke. And to this day, they are still one of my favorite videos of all time to do because I am so much better at answering questions than just talking. I feel like if I have like scripted answers, it's just so much easier to talk to the camera versus me just like having to speak words. So I thought this would be fun. Marley, thank you so much for tagging me. I can't wait to do this and share my own little answers, and then hopefully I will take some people at the end. We'll see. And if you aren't already subbed to Marley, go ahead and do that now. And yeah, let's just do it. This should be fun. First question is, what is something that you own way too many of other than books? That's a really good question. Probably balls of yarn. I'm a huge crocheter, knitter person, and I have like a whole laundry basket full of yarn here, and it has kind of taken over part of the living room, and Hugo gets mad because when I'm working on multiple projects at once and I don't want to put them away, I'll just put them on the back of the couch and they kind of just, this little mountain of crochet stuff on the back of the couch. So I guess that, or maybe sweaters. I think I have like a million sweaters at this point, but that's okay because I'm cold all of the time, and yeah, I can't even I can't function without layers because I just am always really cold. We also have a very wide assortment of mugs, specifically Star Wars mugs. And it's funny because I left probably 80% of my mugs in the States, and they are also in a box somewhere hidden away because my father was furious that I had so many mugs. One of my favorites is this cute little narwhal one that I have, and I'm so bummed I don't have it with me here. But anyway, we have like probably between the two of us like 50 mugs, not in this house, but just in general. And they are just so fun to collect. I have to stop myself from buying them every time we're in the store. And I've had to stop Hugo 100 times from buying them because we don't have any room for more mugs. Like, we just don't. And so we just have to be careful. And I don't want to go as far to say as it's a shopping addiction to mugs. But it's one of those things where I do have to watch myself and Hugo when we're out at the store to not buy more of them. What is something that you do for fun that's not reading a book? That's a good question because reading is pretty much 90% of my personality at this point, but I would say the other 10% is writing my own books, but I don't know if that counts, and crocheting and / knitting, but mainly crochet because I'm a horrible knitter. And I suppose watching YouTube videos. I feel like that's really all I do. We've been watching a lot of TV as well. I've been watching a lot of American Horror Story. I had stopped watching it a couple years ago, and now that it's fall again, I'm kind of getting hooked on it, and I've actually been enjoying it again. So I suppose those are the couple of things that I do a lot of. I also play with my dog, Suki. She's great, and I feel like that's all I do. The next question is, what is something special or important on your nightstand that's not a book? So, fun fact, Hugo and I have almost no furniture. We have like 3 bookshelves, a table, a couch, and a bed, and that is it, like in the entire apartment. So I don't have a nightstand, is the answer to that question. But on what I would equate to my nightstand, which is our windowsill in the bedroom, is I normally have an assortment of crystals, or I have a candle over there right now, little like lantern thingy that you put a candle in and then it like puts stars on your ceiling. I don't know, I think that's cool. Also like little ceramic pumpkins and stuff like that for the fall. Yeah, that's like really it. I don't We have been talking about getting nightstands for forever, and we just haven't because they're expensive. Furniture is expensive. Even going to the thrift store, it's hard to find a matching set, and thrift stores prices have like risen so much. It's absolutely wild how hard it is to find anything anymore. Oh well. Next question is, what is something that you buy at a bookstore other than books? I haven't really been to a lot of bookstores since moving, and the bookstores here really are just bookstores. Like, they don't really sell things outside of that. They don't really sell merch or whatever. It's really just books on the shelf. I have been, when I worked at Half Price Books, I loved the bookmarks. I thought that was really cool, and they had I never bought one, but they had this like really cool collection of t-shirts of classic novel covers like on them, and I always wanted one of those. I don't even know what else they sell at bookstores that isn't a book. Coffee maybe? If there's a coffee stop in the bookstore, like that's one of my favorite things in the world. I love coffee so much. I don't know what else. Is that a good answer? I think maybe. Like, what else would you buy at a bookstore? I'm probably way overthinking it, and there's probably something really obvious that you could buy at a bookstore and I just don't know. I wish bookstores sold more book merch. There was one bookstore in my hometown that sold those candles that are inspired by books. So like one of them was like library scented and stuff like that. I would die to have one of those candles. But that's not the point. I haven't really bought anything other than books from bookstores. Now I wish I had, because now I feel like I'm boring or missing out or something. Next question is, what's a fun gift I've received that wasn't a book or a gift card for books? Oh, I know. My Mrs. Potts teapot. And yes, it is an actual teapot that you can put your tea in and pour it out of her nose. It's amazing. It's one of my prized possessions. And it sits on the bookshelf in here with Chip, whom I also use, but not nearly as much. I can't microwave Chip, and he doesn't hold that much drink in him. It's a relatively small mug. And so Chip is mainly for companionship and the joy that it brings me to just own these two things. That is why they are here. And this was a gift for my birthday from Hugo, and this one I bought for myself for my birthday from myself with Hugo's money. And yes, so I'm gonna go with that maybe. I love my Chip and my Mrs. Potts, and they were an amazing birthday gift. What's a YouTube channel that you watch that's not related to books? So we're really coming out of the woodworks here. I watch a lot of Jacksepticeye, actually, and there is this account for Red Dead Redemption 2 that's called Strange Man. When I'm not watching book-related videos, it's normally one of those two things. I've been playing a lot of video games, and I think that Jack is hilarious, and I like a lot of his content. I like a lot of the games that he plays, so I watch a lot of his stuff, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably one of the best games I've ever played, and I love learning about the lore and all the stuff that's within that game that you can't get like on your first playthrough. Like, I just think it's so cool, and so I watch a lot of those videos. So, and then the last question is to tag 5 booktubers. So I'm gonna tag Hugo because I told him I was going to tag him, and Nerdy Nurse Reads, and Logan at the Buy Book Boy. I want him to do this one. I want to tag Book Chronicles and Anya at Well Traveled Books. Those are just the 5 that came to me first. If you are seeing this video and you want to do this tag, please consider yourself tagged. I am definitely not someone who's like, you can't do this if you weren't asked to. Like, just please do it. I would love to know more about you. I would love to know everyone's hobbies outside of books, because obviously we are not all just book readers only. Like, there's more to us, and the more I can learn about everyone, the better I will feel about everyone. I don't know. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much. Thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.